guys, Chucky here. MarkedOne has asked for some feedback, so we're gonna take a look at this men mirror. I'm gonna be pretty brutal with this just because, yeah, I think it's good to kind of really criticize sometimes and really think about how you can improve. So we're playing men mirror. I'll try and notice the things that are going well and badly. So already we have a mistake. So your builders start here, right? If you're gonna do full farm, which I don't recommend this, but you want to build number 1 and 2 here. Okay. And then number 3 here and number 4 up there. Okay, and the reason for that is because of the distance your builders are walking. So what we'll find is that building 1, 2, 3, 4 like this is going to be a lot faster, and then you can also get your barracks up as well. Also, another mistake is the rotation of the farm, in particular this one. This is like very, very small detail, but you want the corner to be like this, ideally, because what you'll find is that when you then put 2 production buildings on here and here, it's going to be much better defended, okay, than what he currently has, which is going to be production building either to the front or to the side. So yeah, first things first, I wouldn't build 4 farms in a men mirror. Second thing is the rotation, but let's keep watching how he's playing. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, he has enough gold for the farm, right? 300 here. Okay. He has enough gold for the barracks. But his builder is gonna walk all the way here. So his builder that built this farm has walked the entire length of his fortress and back to put the barracks up, so that's pretty slow, and you can do that much faster. And how he's going to rotate this is fine, but again, like, imagine if he had the, like, he's going to have to build either here or here, and then he's going to have a problem at either at the front or at the back with units clumping in. So that's why I think very small detail with the rotation of the farm will make a big difference. So we'll keep playing. It looks like he's gonna go for 2 barracks, which is a good build. Well, archery range is fine. Like, I'm pretty big on you can build whatever you want. And it's okay. But ultimately, the archery range is the worst production building in this matchup. The best is probably 2 barracks and a stable. You don't really need the archery range, but it depends how you play. So I don't mind this too much. I think it's fine. So what will he do next? Okay. Well, he's not hotkeying his builders, so if you notice, when he goes to select his builder, he's using the mouse. I'll try and pause it. Oh, I didn't quite catch it in time. Yeah, look, you can see he's like cursor here, right? The little box. So he's gonna drag the cursor to select the builder. So he's not using a hotkey for his builder. So that will slow him down. And did you see as well there? No hotkey for selecting the unit. Okay, so really what you want to do is have your barracks on a hotkey. Like, I use 4, right? But you could use any number. And then I would use 5 for the archery range. So you either, you can hit the number and then click, or click when it pops up here. Or when you click the barracks, you know the hotkey for the unit. The archer is C, soldier of Gondor is D. Okay, so by not hotkeying the barracks, that is gonna be slowing him down. It just takes more clicks to get the same result. I quite like how he checked his money for the next unit. There, did you see? He was looking at the pike to see how much it would cost to know if he's going to be able to buy another farm. Look, this is why 4 farms is bad. Because look at the mini-map here. Already the enemy is here with some units. So he's going to be having to defend. Okay, so already the other player has got units in his base. Now, if this is a good player, he'll be sending 1 unit down here, second unit maybe to the north. He's also going to get a good scout off as well of this at the front. So the opponent is going to have a very big advantage. His opponent will have gone for 3 farms. So this does tell Mark that the opponent built the barracks after 3 farms, so there's no 4 farm builds. This is not really what you want. You don't want to really be defending. Did you see that as well? So he is selecting the stances with his mouse. His cursor is right here, so he's manually clicking to get his archers in attack stance, whereas you can just select the unit and you can press the hotkey, which is D. So that will speed him up a lot. Again, he's selecting. Again, with this, there's a hotkey for selecting your powers, so you'll notice that he clicks here with the cursor in a second. Look, the cursor is there. So there is a hotkey. It's right next to your number 1 on the left-hand side. It's like a squiggly line, and that will bring up your powers menu. Okay. So what is his plan? He's defending for a bit, which is fine. So he's managing to defend. His barracks is idle. Okay, so his barracks was idle for a long time there. And maybe even the archery range as well. That's quite lucky that he had 500 gold for both, but you saw how many clicks it took to like get a unit out. I don't mind this rally call, I think it's fine. The reason I don't mind it is because he sees the enemy build. The enemy build is archery range. Okay, you can see the archers here, so that he knows the enemy build. Getting this rally call off is gonna allow him to like push at least this way. The value on 2 units is small, but he has a unit advantage right now because the enemy has basically fed 2 units. This soldier here is dying from the enemy, and then the other soldier died already. So now this is a bad fight. He didn't see the enemy rally call, but you can see that the other guy has used rally call because there's like one archer here that has the gold, you know, visual on it. You can't see it if it's in the river. With the sound on, he probably heard it as well. So what is some of this pathing? So he has sent one soldier past a warglare here, which, sure, you're gonna lose some soldiers, but I guess I don't really see the point of walking soldiers through here, when you can walk them here or this way. So that's kind of a minor thing. It looks like he wants to scout the other warglares to see if there's some creeping going on. Look at his cash flow, it's 658. $800. The barracks was idle with the archery range not. He's building stables, which is fine. Stables is good in the matchup. But the best is double barracks into stables. He has a cash float of 500 here. If he builds a farm, he's not going to have enough for a night. Yeah, look at this unit. I mean, it's not the end of the world, it's just one unit, but there's like only 4 soldiers of Gondor left because it ran past 2 warglares, so I don't know. It's like, probably won't get much done with this unit. So right now he's going to be CP blocked. 436. This pike was idle for a while. That farm he's just built there. Okay. This really wants to be up against the wall. It's just going to make it much easier to defend. It's a small detail, but I think small things will add up over time. So he's still not either got a scout off, or I think he's not seen an enemy farm yet, so he's not using the sides of the map at all, and only just getting the first creep off. So okay, now it's like you're totally CP locked. Okay, so you have more units than your CP. So you gotta build a farm, or upgrade a barracks, or upgrade an archery range, or upgrade stables. So let's see what he does. It looks like he's clicked on the fortress. expansion, so he's building a fortress expansion. He still doesn't have the CP to get a unit, so all his production is stopped. Okay, more farms coming down is good. He's built a dormitory expansion. Huh. For CP, I guess. But it only gives 10 or 20. Can act as a well, I think, as well. It will heal your units. I don't hate it. He's still CP locked, can't get any units. Now something has built a farm, so what's happening here? He's got most of his units in the center, and then he's got idle units down here. So when I look at this army, it's not bad. I think good amount of archers, a pike for safety. Maybe not enough meat shield in this army for a big fight, but we'll see. Now these units are not idle again. Do you see how long he took his eyes off the main army there? The timer is on 14. Oh wait. 8. Okay, here it comes. 21. Like 5 seconds. And all in that 5 seconds he got engaged on. Again, he's like clicking with the stances. There's now a cash flow because he has CP to build stuff, but the money's not being spent. So he's busy microing and wasting time on the barracks. His whole army is archers. If a knight comes, yeah, he'll be toast. Oh, that could be an ugly fight. Again, taking the eyes off the army to make units. Like, you really need your barracks on a hotkey. Now the knights are tanking everything and all his archers are dying. Like, the funny thing about that fight was that the knights didn't really get too many tramfles. Yeah, they got level 2. But the knights tanking all of the fire meant that the enemy archers could just, like, fire on. And that's why Mark lost that fight. And he's probably going to lose a builder as well, because the fortress range is like here or something. So this well is a mistake as well. He also has a cash float. We talked about that before the fight. But this is a pretty big cash float of 1400. It's now 1700. His builder goes down. It's 1800. It's a big cash float. Did he build a hero there? Yeah, Theoden I think is great. That's the best hero. Easiest to use. But I mean, that was a pretty big cash float. I would have liked to see probably him build another barracks. And then upgrade one for tower guards, and maybe upgrade this when he was CP locked. He's also stopped building farms a little bit, but that's fine. Oops. I'm just getting used to this pen. Overall, it's not horrible play, but we're really trying to improve. Now, he's got 1 unit here, and 1 unit here. So he's got the dormitory expansion. I guess he could send those units into the dormitory expansion to heal. It doesn't look like that's happening. Finds his first farm. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. He should have enough to defend. Would really like to see those 2 units. This one, oh, can't do it with a moving screen. Just jump into the dormitory. Okay. So he's getting some damage on the backside, but this is illegal what he's getting. He should never be getting this amount of damage. And I don't like this rally call either, because what his opponent should do is just run over this way. And he should have units to defend here as well. But he doesn't have any of that because he's like a Chihuahua level player. But there's another cash float as well. Being 8 minutes into the game and having only 8 ring points is actually quite a low number of ring points. He's being indecisive right now, so there are too many clicks going on. And he lost a builder. He did not rebuild the builder. There's so much farm space here in the map, and he's had units just run this way, so he knows this is clear. I don't think we've seen a unit go north yet, and we're 8 minutes into the game. So there's a lot of unexplored space in the map. If the opponent had farms all over this way and had crept the troll there, Marked wouldn't know about that. So versus a better player, this kind of inactivity would be getting punished. So he needs another barracks. Okay, so he did heal those units. Nice, in the dormitory. Huh. Wait, did the pikes not heal? Looks like the pike unit didn't heal. I swear you had a pike unit in there. Finally some expansion, but this cash float is criminal. How is he getting the stables? That is... yeah, that is illegal. I mean, when you're in this situation, okay, you have 1700 gold. You know, you need to click on your fort and build 2 builders. Get another 2 barracks up. You know, and then a hero probably, and upgrade your barracks, start upgrading your barracks to start making a transition into the mid-game. Because you have the Theoden, you don't really need another hero in the matchup until later on. I like Theoden the best. I think it's all around the safest hero to buy. I've seen a lot of different heroes work, like even Eowyn is fine. Eomer is good. Lone Tower is great. He's fighting into buffed units here. Does not have a rally call. So if the enemy player had built the same number of units as him, which he's not done, but if he had, then there'd be traffic heavily moving this way. Even then, it's not the best fight to take. It's unclear what the his opponent has built. I can't see a hero. But it doesn't look like the opponent has teched up at all. So this is a 2,500 cash float. He's getting Faramir, doesn't know what to build. Marketplace. Build it. Oh, another farm. Just get another barracks or two. Getting the builder is good. Upgrade something. Yes, please just upgrade your barracks. You're full CP. No. Just spending. Just spending. This is like what happened there was quite thoughtless spending. The lone tower was upgraded. There was a Faramir bought. I haven't seen an enemy hero yet. Faramir is good against enemy heroes. So at some point, he would be good. I think Faramir, it's hard to get the right amount of value out of him. The Faramir was bought. Now we see here a Gandalf. So the enemy was saving for a Gandalf rush, which, again, against a good player, this is not good. This rally call's fine. He gets a good amount of units in it. Gandalf gets a huge Wizard Blast, but is now low. Yeah, the enemy taking that fight is really bad. Like, he's fighting into a rally call, a lone tower, and leadership from the Theoden, with no buff and just a Gandalf. So the enemy taking that fight with the Gandalf is shocking. That's really, really poor. But again, like, behind this, there's a 1,700 cash float again. So there are still no farms being built here. And, like, Marked is clicking at a reasonable pace, right? So he's clicking pretty fast, right? He's clicking everywhere all the time. He wants to kill the Gandalf. Yeah, he's like clicking for stances, he's clicking back to get his barracks, he's clicking every single action, not using hotkeys, so I think using hotkeys is just gonna speed him up a lot. Like all this time, like going back to your base to click. Like how long was that? How long was that sequence? Like if we look at the clock, 11:01 it came back. "10 seconds to do all of that admin." Okay. Which can be done much faster by using hotkeys. And what happened? I'm just going to go back again. Because in that time there was an enemy Bombadil summon that he, I think, totally missed. Because look, you can see here, you can see the Bombadil coming out here. Okay. So the enemy just summoned Bombadil. And you're going to take your eyes off your army, not react. He's on almost 500 army supply. Okay. And now look what happens. The time is 11:01 here. And just the sheer amount of time that the units in the marketplace is upgraded and the barracks, the whatever this is called, the bakery, whatever, it's like. And look, the army is like been absolutely slapped by that bombardil. In the meantime, and yeah, so 10 seconds is a long time to take your eyes off your troops. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. And that time he was punished because he lost like 150 CP of army. Again, there's a huge cash float here. So you can avoid cash floating by just having another 2 barracks or 3. Having more farms being built. I think it's just the general activity. Like the amount of clicks is high, but it could be even higher with using hotkeys. Like even that method of building, it's not the worst thing ever, right? So he's clicked the builder that's at his fortress. Oh, I can't stop the video at the right time. Here. So when you want to get really good, this builder, you give him a move action to move over here first. You then spend all of this. By the time your builder reaches this area, you have 300 for another farm. And what's happening instead is he's selected the builder, dragging the whole camera for like 3 seconds. Like that. Which is, again, like, you can increase the efficiency of all of these actions. It'd be nice to have Rohirrim right now. We're like 12 minutes in. Tower guards or rangers, something. So there's been no real transition into the mid-game outside of the Theoden. Oh, here comes finally a upgraded barracks. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, Marked is a good player, right? He's like hovering around the 50 to 80 rank or whatever. And I think it would be easy for him to lock down a top 50 spot. Like, he's doing a lot of right things, right? You know, apart from the 4 farms, it's semi-decent build order, I think. Probably he'll have better results in this matchup with double barracks, but his playstyle is playstyle, right? He took a slightly bad fight in the center at the beginning, which wasn't the end of the world, but his enemy didn't capitalize on that. I think against a better player, that would be punished a bit more heavily. And then he also, Marks, managed to get that sneak attack in, if you remember, with like 2 units that snuck up here, killed a couple farms and his stables. Just like, again, that wouldn't be allowed against a top 50 player. So Mark should win this game now because he has map control. He killed the Gandalf. He has 3 heroes. Again, like his enemy is fighting into a rally call. Like Mark's units are rally called, right? So all these ranges are fighting into that. There's no leadership on them, no buff, no nothing. There's no powers. So, and now here comes a massive trample just to add insult to injury. So yeah, I think it would be pretty straightforward for Mark to improve. I would suggest hotkeying the barracks, like you can assign the hotkeys. Right, you just do like control and then a number. So you can do 1, or you can do 2, or you can do 3. I think he's got his cav on 1, so you can like kind of see the number at times. So I think he's got his cav on. Yeah, look, you can see if you zoom in real close, there's a little 2 here for his heroes, Faramir and Boromir. And then I think his cav are on hotkey number 1. So he is using them and he knows how to assign them. But I would do that for your barracks. It's more important. If you can do both, you become really, really strong. And this is now just finishing the game, so not too much to see at this point in the game. The BM tower is pretty nice. Here. Oh. This one. I like that BM tower. So this should be the end of the game. Not probably anything to learn at this point, but yeah, I hope Mark takes this in the right way. He's a good guy. I think everybody wants him to get top 50. I think if he can really improve a lot, there's no stopping someone who's passionate. So yeah, it'd be good to see if Mark can climb even higher and maybe even break into the top 30, top 20. And yeah, I'll end the video there, and hope that's been useful for anyone watching.